Hi, this is John Scaveris, and I'm here with this episode of Something to Think About, where we take a couple of minutes to talk about the real estate market in the Chicago area, tips and tricks for buyers and sellers, and general information for homeowners and prospective buyers and people looking to sell their home. This week, we're here at 8454 South Green Street, Chicago's Auburn Gresham neighborhood. We've got a two-bedroom, single-story home with an unfinished basement that was very recently rehabbed. As always, I'll have the listing link in the notes and comments below. Today, I want to talk about investment properties. Everybody gets that great idea of flipping a home, buying it for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, putting another $100,000 into it and selling it for $1 million. That's not always the case, and it's a lot harder than a lot of people think. The first thing that I always want to make sure that my investors are doing is taking a look at what the comps look like in the area before they purchase a home. There's a reason that home is vacant and on the market for $60,000. If we take a detailed look at the comps in the area to see what rehabbed homes are going for, that'll give us an idea of what the after repair value is going to look like. Additionally, though, what we want to make sure is that we're looking at some of the other less tangible things. For example, a home that doesn't have a backyard. If it doesn't have a backyard, it's not going to have the same value as one that does. So we want to make sure to consider that when we are purchasing that home and planning the budget for the flip. The other thing that we want to talk about, and this is a big one, is using reputable contractors, especially in the city of Chicago. The city of Chicago has a couple different permit levels. They have the easy permit and then the full permit that would be required for gut rehabs. That would also include permitting for electrical work and plumbing work. A lot of times, contractors in the city will try to skate through on a gut rehab with an easy permit. It might work 1 out of 100 times, but when you do get caught using an easy permit to do a gut rehab, your project will be shut down. You will have to start over. You will have to have drawings done. You will have to have everything re-permitted with the proper permits and inspected. This is very costly, not just in time spent. The architectural drawings alone are going to cost you a couple $1,000s. The expediter service to get the permit pushed through to get it done in a timely fashion is going to cost you another few $1,000s. Ultimately, what could have been maybe saved you $10,000 to $15,000 in the front end of the flip is going to cost you another 5 to 10 plus time the project's down. Realistically speaking, gambling with the permit is not worth it. Make sure you take your time, investigate what permits your contractors are pulling, be involved in the process as much as you can. Be a project manager, not just the bankroll for the project. The other thing that we're going to want to do is that make sure that the home is done in a neutral fashion. We don't want to finish it with very unique, bold designs, color choices, things like that. We want to make sure that we're presenting this the same way we would any other home. We want the buyers to come in and see it as if it were a space they can live in. Staging is something we could work into the flip budget. It definitely helps sell a home. For this one, for example, we actually did some virtual staging so that when the prospective buyers look at the photos online, they're going to see how you might arrange the room without the cost of actually staging the property. That works in some cases. It's not always the best opportunity. What we'll do before we start the project, we'll sit down and look at the budget, talk about these things, make a plan, and then when we find the home, we're going to stick to that budget and the plan and make sure that it executes well. Once we have that list price and get it on the market, anything goes from there. Let's get the property sold. Let's get people through it. Open houses just like we do any other house. Marketing just like we do any other house. We're going to treat the flip just like we would a $1 million property. I'm going to make sure that we have it marketed and in front of as many people as possible. Thanks again for spending the time with me. If you have any questions, as always, my contact information is below. I'm happy to talk about this or any other topic as it relates to real estate.